Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. My name is Duke, and this is my YouTube channel. Wanted to show you guys the sport I've been practicing, slacklining, or otherwise known as highlining. I'm going to show you the different aspects of the sport here in this video. A few of them anyways. There's many. There's highlining, freestyle highlining, longlining, waterlining, trick lining, yoga line stuff, yoga poses on the line. But I'm going to show you long line, water line, and high line. Those are the three aspects that I've been practicing. This is the typical slack line that you long line and high line on. It's a 1 inch wide flat piece of material. High lining is done with a leash and a harness up high. But yeah, enjoy the video. I'll be narrating it as well, so shout out to one of my viewers whose name is Stone. Thanks for watching, and hopefully this video inspires you and many other people to, maybe if you're not into slacklining, to do something else, find something you're passionate about. I know it's how much it's helped me. Slacklining and flying drones has just been a gift to be able to do those things. So yeah, welcome to my channel for all you other viewers out there. Hopefully I can get inspired and continue to make videos. I've got some ideas on the way. Slacklining, drones, and transformational psychology. Waking up to reality, and studying teachings of real knowledge, not just knowledge that we've been programmed with, but actual knowledge about reality and the true nature of life. There's a lot of materials out there most people don't even know exist. So yeah, hopefully I'll be making more videos about that as well soon. I will look forward to seeing you in videos. Here's my journey as a slackliner. I will show you. And here it begins. We have our avatar learn to walk the 2 inch wide webbing. Keep it low to the ground. Typically it's a ratchet line, kind of like this 82-foot Gibbon line. That was my first slack line. And then we move into, we raise the anchors up. You get looser lines, different style of line. And this is 1 inch. This is for long lining, high lining. Pretty much standard. It's 1 inch webbing. And that's an exposure turn where you stand sideways. You can look straight down if you're up high, high lining. I like to practice in my backyard. Do a little surf. Practice a little surf. Helps keep me highline ready. I can train right in my backyard. And here we'll enter the world of long lining. So you got to keep your line flat. You just walk with it like that, and that's how you get the line flat. We use pulley systems like this one to be able to pull the line tight enough for long lining. Got to get massive tension for super long lines in the park. Or you use bowl shapes like this one. I work with the bowl shape in the land that accommodates the sag, so I can rig a really long line that doesn't have to be razor tight. So it simulates the tension that we use on high lines. And it's just a walk in the park. Teach the avatar to balance. Mind training. Pretty soon it becomes automatic and you're just along for the ride like a silent witness. The more you relax and get out of the way, the better you do. And bam! That's a lot of tension in there. Or I should say a lot of tension in this one. This is more of a traditional long line with high tension. And it comes gradually. You don't just do this. You gradually work your way into longer and longer lines and practice standing up from a seated position. Check out the rig. Here we have the waterline. Waterlining is great training, especially for highlining. The water moves underneath and your eyes see it, and it makes it very challenging to balance until you get used to it with the water moving underneath. Waterlining was really hard for me at first. And then after my mind, I just learned to edit out the movement of the water below and just focus, and didn't think I was even going to be able to do it at first. It was so hard the first few times I tried waterlining. There's a good old waterline back in Custer State Park, back in good old South Dakota. And there's a midline we rigged over the water. We actually leashed in for that one. Which brings me to the world of highlining. This is the highline leash. Here's an example of highline rigging off 3 bolts. And the harness. There's the harness. I thought, man, this thing is so dainty when I first started. I couldn't believe that was the harnesses you used. But you can fully fall upside down, and there's the leash climb for you. And this is a midline. This is about 60-70 feet high. These are great to train on for higher lines. Higher lines aren't necessarily harder. It's all in your head. It's just like the slackline is no harder to walk up high than it is a foot off the ground. It's all in your mind. So you learn to relax and trust your gear is what it essentially becomes. Get some no hands action in there. Alright, so now I'll take a leash fall for you. When you first start, leash falls are really scary. Lots of fun though when you get used to them. And then another one of my favorites is walking over the rushing rapids below. Something about it. It's like entering a deep state of meditation. And then we have the bounce. You can bounce these lines. People do all kinds of tricks on them. This video here, I'll just show you guys just bouncing it like a trampoline. And then just abandon myself to the leash fall. I used to be so scared of the leash fall when I first started. My first couple years, it was just really hard to get over that fear of taking a leash fall. And like they say, 1 inch away from flying. It's a sensation of levitating, walking in free space. Your eyes stare out and you just see this 1 inch wide piece of material, and it's like you're walking on open air. It feels like a dream. It doesn't even seem real almost. It's an incredible feeling to walk in free space, to occupy spaces that are normally unoccupiable by the human body, as I like to say. And here we have a classic line, Dean's Line in Utah. I think that's Dean's Line anyway, or it's the one right next to it or something. But yeah, it's this is sheer cliff edges. This is like serious highlining. It's like 450 feet high. This is a fantastic place to highline. Right outside of Moab, Utah. This is where base jumpers and highliners have been coming for years. They have festivals out here and everything. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. And remember, if you like the content, to subscribe.